Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel with Finn today, and I'm going to talk about Velero. Velero is an open source tool, is a part of the disaster recovery process over your Kubernetes cluster. There's a scheduler, backup process, there's a restore process as well within this single tools. So I think it's really useful for you to explore these features because Kubernetes cluster and disaster recovery process, there's a compliance that you need to certify on. So this tools is recommended for you to implement. So without further ado, I'll try to find and I'll try to perform how can we implement this Velero into our cluster. Just need to make sure that you'll probably have some of the Kubernetes cluster on your side. It's probably using another cloud service providers such as AWS, but in this case I'm going to focus on GCP only, a Google Cloud Platform, and using the GKE or Google Kubernetes Engine. If you have any other cloud service providers, actually I would say that there's nothing much different. If you are using AWS, if you're using GCP, the Velero works in both environments, but there's something that you need to worry about is configurations and how you can make sure that the compatibility between the version of Velero, main Velero binary, and also the plugins binary that you are using. So I think that's the thing. Let's go to the Velero. Yeah, here and the VMware Tanzu slash Velero will. So in this repository you will find lots of or bunch of files and folders as well, but we're gonna proceed with this manual installation since that we're gonna focus on the Helm chart to save the time during this video, or it will be a very long video. So we need to find the another approach using this Helm chart. If you have a Tanzu Helm chart, you can navigate to this one. I'll provide a link in the description of this video. What you'll do is clone this, like git clone this one, and open this Helm chart, and make sure we navigate with the VS Code or any code editor that you want, so it can be easier to navigate to some folders and modify something. And yeah, I think that's enough. And yeah, I forgot to check my Kubernetes clusters. Probably, well, we need to connect to our Kubernetes cluster. If you have a Kubernetes cluster in AWS, you can connect through the AWS command, or if you're using same as me, Google Kubernetes Engine, so you need to reconnect to the cluster again. Like here, connect, and there's a login first. I forgot to log in, particular authentication to Google. And let's see, yeah, it works. And make sure we can connect to the cluster. Okay, we can connect to the cluster right now. And yeah, we're ready to get to go now. So according to the documentations of Velero, the latest version is 1.15, right? And maybe we need to downgrade a little bit of the Velero version. Wait, my cluster version is 1.30, 1.30.5. Okay, no, maybe we will use this 1.15 because our cluster version is 1.30.5. The second one is we need to find the GCP plugin of Velero. Here's this GCP plugin. You need to navigate to this repository, and let's see the compatibility version. So if you are using the Velero version of 1.15 based on your Kubernetes version matrix 1.30.5, I'm using 1.15, right? And the plugin should be 1.11. So in this case, 1.15, let's Go a little bit, scroll a little bit. Okay, plugins. Oh, this one. So maybe this one is the plugin. You can uncommand this. The name is this one, Velero plugin for GCP. Right, and 1.11. I'm not sure. Let's see on this release tags. I need to validate which one is available. I think this one is available. 1.11.0. 1.11.0. That's enough, and I believe the next step is we need to create a GCS bucket. So let's go to the cloud storage, and if you're using the AWS, then you need to create a S3 bucket as well. And here let's create a bucket. For example, I run Velero backups, or the name that you wanted. I'm using the region only. So after we set the GCS bucket, you need to put some of the configuration again to your values, the YAML, and let's navigate to backup storage location. Since you are using GCP, then put this GCP and bucket, your bucket name. We don't need to worry about this. Let's put this empty, or yeah. The next one is volume snapshot location. I think the reference is still the same, and the credential is maybe we can name this like the Velero secret, right? I'm not sure the existing secret. We just left this empty. Yeah, of course we will use this. So maybe to obtain this JSON first from the Google Cloud. But let's put this volume snapshot location again. The name is, or the key is Velero secret. Oh, sorry, the key is cloud. This one is Velero secret. Because below here, the key is cloud, right? So the secret key is cloud. We need to remove this first, and the name is Velero secret. So Velero secret and cloud. That's why here at this point, the name is Velero secret and cloud. It's really simple. And for the config, I think we need to enable this. The project is your project name inside your GCP. For example, here I'm using this project ID or project name. I'm not sure, but the project ID is a valid one. So just copy and paste project ID over here. So snapshot location is probably your region. For example, my GCS, this is actually like optional, I think. Like if you are using the location specific for your project, for example, I'm using the Asia Southeast 2, and you have maybe Asia another one, you can put that here, the snapshot location. But in this case, I'm using Asia Southeast 2, so let's make this consistent. I'm using these locations. That's enough. And the last part is we need to find this cloud JSON. Maybe I need to create this one. Before we create this one, like if you are under organization, you need to activate the service account creation first, maybe inside the organization policies. So key creation, you can navigate to here, like in the Boolean part, inherit parents policy. Since I'm not inside an organization, I cannot edit this because I'm not an administrator. But you need to edit this policy into not enforced, you know. So if this is not enforced, then you can create a key creation under your service account. For example, I have this service account, and inside the keys tab you can create your key here. If you are not disable this key creation enforcement here, you will not be able to do that. So make sure that you disable that one. So I provided the script already, so make sure you have like the script. Maybe I will provide the script later on in the description of this video. So yeah, let's execute the script one by one. Like for example, the first one is bucket, the project ID, and let's set this project ID. Let's open the terminal in the left side and the right side. Done. And okay, kubectx, and create this service account first, like create service account GSA name, which is Velero here. Okay, so let's see on the service account we can find, if we refresh this page, we can see this like Velero at the service account email, like terang.ai or amg service account.com, or your organization will also representing this service account email. And the next part is yeah, this is the only validations, but I manually use validation like this one by using the Google Cloud Console. So the next part is execute this service account email, and we'll find this Velero service account, right? Filtering this one, and role permission, we create this array of role permission that we need to do. We need to set over this service account group later. So we need to create this roles. So the roles is actually using these permissions. I'm not gonna use this. Maybe platform or any other name that you want. Actually, this is the name. Yeah. In this case, I'm using this platform or any other name that you want. Let's create this role and add this policy binding over your service account and your role. It took us a while to perform this. Need to wait 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah, it's done. Then the next one is we need to add this permission by using the service account that we've been set with the role. If we see the service account again, it will associate it with roles. So yeah, if you can see that here, there's a custom Velero server roles associated with our principal of service account. We can map this both, and let's go back again to the GCS just to make sure we don't have anything related to this permission first. Maybe look here, and permissions. Permissions should be the bucket owner, or maybe what is that? The bucket object admin. So let's see on object admin. We don't have any object admin here. So let's execute this. Done. And let's see that one more time, like refreshing this page. We can directly see the object admin over here. Should be this one. So we map this permission into our GCS, so meaning that any resources that use this permission or service account will it allows us to write or read this GCS bucket inside of it. So now we need to create the namespace. Velero namespace is created. So let's this one, Velero, and I am service account keys. Okay, we need to create a keys, JSON keys. This is that we need to have in order to fill this, right? Create the service account keys. Okay, we already got the credential Velero here over here. So value we can directly put over here. This is not a best practice, you know. We need to store it directly to a secret or something, but this is only for educational purpose. If you want to follow in a quick way, so this guideline should be enough. But if you want to have more sophisticated practice or best practice, I think you need to manually create your secret. Yeah. So yeah, all things is done. So we need to execute this into our terminal, into our cluster. So we can install this Velero by using the Helm chart, right? Go to charts and go to the Velero. We need to execute these values. Helm upgrade Velero values.yaml. Helm upgrade install Velero values .yaml and bit namespace Velero. Dang. Really, Velero doesn't exist. Installed it. Yeah, I'm using autopilot. If you're using the standard version, it's also alright. Even the standard version is having more permissions, and you can freely experiment inside of it. But I'm using the autopilot version, which is restricted for some reasons for a particular permission inside of the cluster. So yeah, it's not that really flexible to use. But I hope this is working for the Velero, since yeah, it's good to go now. Let's see on the secrets part. I think the Velero secret is already done here, so we can see that there's a key of cloud. Nice. And inside the parts, okay, the Velero parts is coming. It's still in process to create this container. I think yeah, it's on progress. Oh, it's running. Yeah, it's running now. Velero plugin for GCP is running. We're ready to good to go. We're good to go. Velero is already. Backup storage location. Just want to check there's no permission problem. And describe this. There's no permission problem, I think. And snapshot location or something. I forgot what is the resource name. Storage location. Oh, volume. Volume. Snapshot location. Okay. Just want to check that there's an error or not. I think that's nothing to worry about. Everything is good. Error. Current backup storage available. I'm not sure what kind of error is this. Encounter while scanning the stdout file already. Oh, I think that's not to worry about that. Yeah, inside your terminal, inside your local host. I want to try to. So inside your local host, you need to install. If you're using Mac, you need to install the Velero client. Or just brew install Velero. You will install the Velero client, and after install Velero client, you can check the version. And you can see that the client is 1.14 and the service is 1.15, but that's okay because previously I installed with this 1.14. That's okay, that's alright. I recommend you to use the same version as the service that you have, so the client should be 1.15 as well. So what I'm gonna do now is simulating the disaster, and we will back up our cluster and restore our cluster and see what happens after that. Now here probably there's a namespace here, like default namespace, which was having front end and back end. So we're gonna delete this later on, and we're gonna back up this as well first. Maybe the second resource is Redis dev, which was also having PVC. So PVC is a persistent volume claim. It has a 2 GB disk for this Redis, and we're gonna try to delete them later on and see what happens. So in order to create a Velero backup, we only need to perform this command like Velero backup create and manual. The first one is maybe Redis, so we're gonna bake up this Redis first. um, Redis is invoked by the stateful sets actually, and let's see what selector that should be associated with it. Here instance equal to Redis, so the selector is instance equal to Redis and resource is true with namespace Redis def. So let's see. Let's create this backup. Maybe it will take us a while. Yeah, it's done. We can check or we can validate the metadata of the backup. So metadata is located at buckets that we created before. So this metadata consists of JSON that is associated with the backup or maybe persistent volume. And you can see here it's already created. We can also check on the persistent or snapshots. Snapshot? Yeah, this one. We got 2 snapshots disk. And once we have that, and the second one is I want to try to back up the backend service and front-end service into an actions, and let's say there's a namespace of default namespace, and we're gonna have the selector here, the app backend service. So let's create a Velero backup for this too. Maybe we don't need to have a selector. Instead, we're gonna focus on the namespaces. So we're gonna try to, for example, back up all the resources within the default namespace itself. Let's say like this. Include namespace only without any selector. So selector is only for the Redis. Just in case this is only the scenario that's created, you can actually explore that thing. Many flags that you can use, and this in this part, since I don't have any persistent volume for this namespaces, I can exclude this, or otherwise it will failing. Not sure, but yeah. And let's pick up this thing. See, it will take us a while to pick up this. Yeah, the status is completed. So let's check and validate that one more time. This one is completed. So let's try. For example, I wanna simulate the disaster. So let's go to the stateful sets or any PVC that you want to delete. In this case, I want to try to delete this Redis def, and also the backend service, front-end service, or any PG bouncer or region service, any kind of that service. We can try to restore this afterwards. So let's restore the Redis first. Let's restore the Redis first, but need to make sure that everything is already in GCS. But it's supposed to be alright. We got backups here, and yeah, this namespace default namespace. Alright. So Velero restore create manual default. It's based on here, and from backup, yeah, this one. We can actually create this, maybe v1 or v2. Oh no, let's go to Redis first. Restore create manual critical Redis, this one. Maybe v1. Let's copy this. Yep. Dang. Boom, and it works. So let's Let's go to the pods and let's see what happens. Yeah, it's ready to accept connections. Should be alright for the master and replica. Enable to connect to master. Yeah, still in progress to run. Yep, it's running. And the replica. Yep. Alright, that's good for the Redis. And the second was we're gonna try to restore the default namespace. And this one. Yeah, we're gonna see inside this default namespace. There will be some resources that is restored, like front-end service and back-end service. That one. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it is running. It's running now. Alright, that's sounds like a plan, and we made it. So actually you can explore any other commands other than this. You can actually create a scheduler. For example, you can create the scheduler like just one Velero schedule, and whether it is daily schedule or hourly schedule, hourly rate is the same, and restore process is still the same. You can actually restore based on the backup name that has been created based on the timestamp. In this case, if you are going to use the scheduler, and yeah, I think that's all from this video. I hope that this is helpful for you in order to make your own disaster recovery for the Kubernetes cluster, and see you next time.